to Miss Martin Muses on this 23rd of December, otherwise known as Festivus for the rest of us. In other words, it is the airing of grievances. We get to do this once a year. Yes, we do, precious. And please, please, everyone in the chat, everyone watching on the replay, please air your grievances. If you can't do it during the live stream, air it in the comments. You know you want to do it. You know you do. Let's do this. The actual show for Festivus on Seinfeld was actually not very exciting. I watched it with the family last year. We were like, this episode sucks, but Festivus lives forever. It does. So please, precious, air your grievances. It is DJ Ronnie G. Laugh out loud. There's even an aluminum pole. Yep, that's weird. My screen said starts in 24 hours. Oops, maybe I had the wrong date. But we started, so there we go. I feel rushed now. First grievance. There you go. Yay! You know what? I bet you when I set the time, it automatically did it for the next day. They will do that sometimes with YouTube. So thank you for giving my first grievance. Yes, YouTube, don't make things so complicated. Let's just make it on the day. If you set it up, it's automatically on the day. Damn you all. It is a day outlaw. Oh, I bought the candy cane that you gave me for the super chat. I took a picture of it even, so I need to send that to you on X. But thank you for being here. Yes, I was just over on Salty Traveling Sea, and please everyone give him some love, give him some likes and stuff. I felt like an a-hole. I did not advertise that I was going to be starting my stream over there because that would make me a jerk. That would be something for him to air grievances, or rather not. I know it's all fair game, but we do want to be courteous to everybody. But it's just so hard not to stream on top of each other. It's happened to me before as well. There you go. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Let's air your grievances. Let us know what really ticks you off, because that's actually one of my taglines, right? What makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. Well, lots of things tick me off today. I'll tell you what one of my little grievances, and this happened when I was flying over here. Now, I'm going to sound like a snob, so please don't hate me. Don't air your grievance against me. But here we go. I travel first class. I do because I can, and I pay the money. Did you hear me, precious? I pay the money. One of the things for first class is after the military and after the elderly and people with babies, people that need assistance, first class gets on the plane. We have number 1. You might have a number 2, a 3, a 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. You go when your daggone number says, and don't block the way. So we're all minding our own business, the first class, and this happens every time that there's a little line for the first class, and then there's the other groups. All right, I know it sounds like snobby, but there's a reason why it's there the way it is. I paid the friggin' money for it. So anyways, we're all minding our own business, waiting to be called. And then after the military goes, I've got no problem with the military going. Then they're like, okay, first class. So we all start to move. But then there's like 2-3 people that aren't moving, that are in front of us at the area where we're supposed to be boarding. Why are you standing there? Huh? Did you hear me? Why are you standing there? You're not being called, but you're in the way. It has actually happened once that so many people were doing that. Trying, I don't know, to maybe get on early before everyone else, even though you can't get on until your number's called, that I didn't even make it to my first group. I was like fighting to get through. First of all, airlines, you need to sort that. You hear me? But also, jerks, don't stand up and block the way. Because do you think that makes boarding go any faster? You think you're going to get on faster if everyone has to go around you? I'm trying not to make myself sound like a snob. It works if you're like 4. Like say you're 4 supposed to go. You're 5. You're standing in the way because you can't wait to go. Well, guess what? It's going to be longer because you're friggin' standing in the way. There was a guy, he was just standing there. And the lady behind me was like, I don't know. And so we just kind of finally go around him. He's like, oh, I didn't, they haven't called me yet. It's like, yeah, so why are you standing in the way? Why? All right. That's my first grievance. I've got a few more airplane grievances, but I want to say hi to one. Oh my goodness gracious. I have a something that I am not going to air a grievance about. It is a super chat. I have a super chat from the Nordporial Life Form for $10. $10. Thank you so much. It says, I have a problem with you, internet. Okay, I love it. We're airing a grievance against the internet. I have a problem with you, internet. I come home to see my son treat his body like it was an amusement park. Merry Festivus for the rest of us. Wait. I come home to see my body treat his body like it was an amusement park. Is this a oh, I'm not sure I get the reference, but that's a good grievance because any grievance is valid. Darn right. And I do have a problem with you, internet. Oh gosh, I got some grievances there. But before we do, thank you for helping me meet my goal. You are precious, and so are all of my guests. And I said everyone gets a rose. Well, first of all, Nordporial Life Form, you, sir, will get a rose. So here we go. And everyone else gets a rose. Yay! Roses everywhere. Meaning of the roses, well, it comes from the shower of roses from the little flower, but it can mean whatever you want it to be. I can be a little bit not materialistic, relativistic there. I'll get over that, but definitely everyone needs a rose. Everyone needs roses in their lives. Hello, Ronnie, DJ Ronnie G. I got him on my left screen. When he's wrapping up, I'll give a yell. Oh, wait, what did I miss? It happened to me before as well. Oh, starts in 20. Okay, I already got that. Good evening. Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can get down here. Yeah. So I've already started. It sounded like a snob. But you know what? It is rude. It is rude to block the way for everyone. Listen, you think these airplanes don't know what they're doing? You think they don't know what they're doing? You think they don't know what they're doing? They know what they're doing. If you go when you're supposed to, we get out faster. Because guess what, person blocking my way? Guess what, person blocking my way? After I got done going around you, I get right up there, and before you even step on the plane, I'm sitting there with my crochet watching the Muppet Christmas Carol with a drink in my hand. Congratulations. You didn't hurt me. You didn't stop me, but you might have stopped some people behind you. Because they're going to be the ones that's going to make it take longer. If the plane takes off a little bit late, you think I'm caring? I'm sitting there with a drink in my hand, as I said, watching the Christmas Carol. Hope you're happy. I know why they try to do this. They try to do it because they try to bring too much luggage because they don't want to pay money for the stinking to pack their bags or whatever. So they try to get in first to right away fill up those bins. That's why they do it. That's why you're in my way. But guess what? I don't know what guess what. I'm just pointing the finger and the pedal of judgment on you. People that do not board at their right time, especially I don't know what they think by blocking the first class. Because guess what? We pay extra money. Maybe that's why I'm a little crankier. I paid extra money to get on there and to get the seat and, everything else. These turtles, says Ronnie G, they live rent-free in their tank and they just sit under the light all day. Darn right. I think it's a direct reference. Okay, maybe I'm stupid. Okay, not stupid, but maybe not knowing. Seinfeld reference, the contest. Oh! Thank you. I got it now. All right. So that's my first grievances. Okay, I got some more airport ones. All right. So I'm out of my own business the last time I was flying. It was around Thanksgiving. There's a sweet little lady next to me. Little old lady. And when it came time for us to get off the plane, suddenly the aisle is packed. Now, we're in row 2. And I look, there's no one in front, no one behind. And I'm like, okay, so everyone just rushes to the front, right? To get off the plane. These are usually the last of the day too, so it's not as though maybe they have a tight connection, or they don't say they have a tight connection. I don't know. I have reason to believe it is not a tight connection. And I couldn't get out to get the bag down for the lady, the little lady. And she was, I think, a little bit consternated because she's probably coming from another different time. And she's like, "Aren't you able to get out?" And then the guy who was blocking my way because he had to zoom up front with a whole bunch of other Egypts turns and goes, "Well, we're packed in like sardines." And then she looked at where they were, and I said, "You know what?" And so I looked. It's like, "Yeah, packed like sardines because you came and zoomed up." And then the dude behind him actually went and took down the bags for the little lady, and he took mine down too. Like, this man should have been ashamed of himself. All right. Now, sometimes when they are rather when people have tight connections, they'll even say so, but this is not a case. And I'm kind of like, come on. I'm fine. I'm fine. But if there's a little 9-year-old lady, come on, don't be an a-hole. Help the little lady get it down. And then I was able to help her get out and go down the aisle, and I was blocked the way too because I was like, this lady is ready to get off this airplane. So it's like, piss off. So people being rude on airplanes. It is Lorenzo Sleestack. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I don't know if this is. I've seen you around, yeah. So thank you. Great to see you here. You know, George was alone. I know. I got it now. Salty is on still. I know. I'm an asshole. I felt like an asshole, but I did have this ready to go. You didn't promo because you got standards. Yeah, I couldn't because it's like cannibalizing views. Well, yeah, that would have been a terrible thing. I felt bad enough, but I mean, I did have this kind of schedule. I think he knew that, he's a good guy. He supports me. So support him. Give him a like. It's funny. Last time I flew, says Ronnie G, I thought about standing as close as possible to the front. Well, I mean, but think about it. If a person is going all the way to the front like that, then the people in the front can't get out. No one can get out. It's like, okay, well, so you got out in front of everyone else. And again, I don't usually mind, but it was just this sweet little old lady. And I'm like, come on. And why do they rush up the front? Unless you've got a tight connection. And I know the instinct. Is to get out there, but think about it. The way airplanes are, it's far more efficient, and it actually moves faster if row 1 goes, row 2, with 3. It's like at church, when the ushers make you do that. It actually works like that. Like, that's how you're supposed to evacuate. Oh, that's another grievance. It wasn't even my airplane because the airplane was on fire. But it was on the ground. I saw this video where they're like, you're supposed to leave everything behind and get the hell out of the airplane. The airplane is on fire. Do you hear me? The airplane's on fire. These people are like, no, let me get back. Can you hand me my bag? And the stewardess is like, you need to leave. Leave your bags. Get out of the plane. They're like, but this is. And finally, some guy next to the stewardess just started screaming, get off the plane. It's on fire. They could have gotten people killed. Luckily, it wasn't like a big, huge fire. But it's like, leave your bags. Death is permanent. Your bags are not. It was 733 Max with the new overhead bins. Oh, okay. Cool. Yes. I hope that they're better than the other ones. Yeah, I hope I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying, it was annoying. I mean, or use your prudence. If you see a little old lady trying to get her bag down, maybe help her out instead of going, well, we're just sitting here too squished together. It's like, well, yeah, on. Says Sleestack. Oh, everyone. Okay, I hope I got the reference. The neighboring ramp had an older 737. The airline was looking for volunteers to check. Yes. Well, if your bag cannot fit in the overhead, it's too big. I mean, I'm going to sound like a snob. I sound like such a snob. I, in my first class, have extra space, and I still have one that'll fit. All right. And if you're trying to get around not packing a suitcase, then be a little more economical. Like my sister's family has done that. They put it all in a backpack when they travel like that to not be rude. And I feel bad for the stewardesses and the stewards because they have to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, here we go again. Lorenzo Cisak said, when I started watching, I recognized a quote by George Costanza's mom. Oh dear. Oh dear. Thank goodness I did not watch that episode with my parents. They have a tight connection, right? Just somewhere else on there. Festivus is the Seinfeld show thing, or is it from other things? Yes, it is from the Seinfeld thing, but yes, it started a whole trend of airing your grievances on December 23rd. So air your grievances. These are my grievances. This is my first grievance. I'm going to come up with a grievance that doesn't make me sound like a horrible snob. But let's just narrow this down. I'm paying money for this. You hear me, precious? I'm paying money. Or some people, they also pay like to get a window seat and all that. And then people try to mess with that. It's like, listen, I paid money for it. So piss off. Hello. Well, look at everyone that's here. If I suck at games, Fletcher, if I'm missing anyone saying hi, I'm starting to see red. I'm like reliving it. Right, sorry, Real Live Nation Gaming Clips. All right. Thank you. Everyone's saying hello. The bags load sideways now. Okay, well, that's good. If they fit, DJ, everyone's saying, yo, good evening on his laptop. Hey, Wade, everyone's saying hello. Thank you for being here. Festivus was based on one of the writer's family traditions. Oh, I did not know that, Lorenzo. Thank you for telling us. Yay. Well, I think I scared everyone off with my snobbery. I will quit being a snob. I will come up with an airing of grievance that doesn't talk about all the money I'm spending on these things and people standing in the way. Maybe it comes back to my teacher training, that there is a method to the madness. And I certainly don't want to make it get me killed. My gosh, I swear I would have just lost it if I was on that plane when people were trying to get their bags instead of getting out of the burning airplane. Sully would have taken care of them. Everyone, my wife is a fan of the show. Yay! Yeah, we love Seinfeld. I had no idea, Larissa. Oh, okay. Well, I must be missing something here. Please be nice to your low-sell grocer. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, please. Air your grievances. Yes. Will Wadden Nation Gaming Clip says, please be nice to your local grocery worker. Don't be a dick to them. Yes, I completely agree. I don't know if you're that worker or if you were there at one time. I worked at a bakery once, handing out donuts and stuff. Listen, they're doing their best. I promise you. No one who is working at a grocery store, packing your bags, whatever, is sitting around trying to make your lives miserable. You hear me? And half the time, the things that people get mad at them about are not in their control. They're doing the best that they can. Yes, be nice to your grocery worker. Hello, Mr. Dadman Walking. Please air your grievances. It's been a while since I watched an episode. Okay, they're talking to each other. It's not their fault you can't plan. Damn right. Damn right. Good evening, all. It's Pacific 414. Well, we see a whole bunch of cool people. Everyone is cool here, but you know what I'm saying. It's always great to see people. Maybe it's because I don't usually stream this late at night. I'm going to be doing better about my streaming. I've got some stuff I'm putting together for, what was I going to say? And got some videos. I'm going to try to get a backlog going so I can get my more regular videos out there. This year has just been something else. It was one thing after another. But see, actually my airing of grievances with 2024. I mean, we had, cancer, brain tumors. Okay, I sound like a snob here. Had to buy a new car. I got very lucky with getting my new car, so I can't complain, but that was also very stressful. And then there was like a window of health for my sick relative. So I did what anyone would do under such circumstances. I scheduled my surgery that I was needing. So I spent 10 weeks recovering from that. My cat died. Maple Leaf, you probably had heard her once or twice screaming during my streamings. She used to always come and just yell. I think that she was kind of deaf toward the end. So she was very noisy, and yeah, she had kidney failure, and I lost her June 1st. Well, I took her to put her to sleep. It was time for her to go. She was starting to suffer, and I had promised that when that happened, I was not going to let her suffer. So there we went. So she went to the great kitty beyond. I had my surgery. Then House of the Dragon happened. I know this sounds petty, but oh my gosh, what a disaster that was. I have a whole bunch of grievances with that. And then some more cancer and a few death here and there thrown in with what could have been the most horrendous thing ever. But then the election went in a happy direction. So yay. Worker, yes. Let me add Walmart, Target, etc. workers. Yeah, quit being dicks to them. I always am extra nice to them. If there is a tipping opportunity, I will tip. If you can afford to tip, tip. Don't don't say, well, I don't have to tip. They should be paying them more. Well, maybe they should. Maybe they shouldn't. Tip. Okay. And sometimes when I've gotten frustrated, I always stop and say, I'm sorry. I know it's not your fault. I'm mad at the situation. I'm not mad at you. And if you get good service at these places, be certain to let them know. Like, you can maybe even send a message to the manager or online, say, hey, Joe at this Target went above and beyond. I've done that with airport workers. I've done that with the stewards and stewardesses and the pilots, like yesterday, rather. I had the pleasure of sometimes the pilots on their kind of starting to come out, and I always say, thank you for flying. So I got to tell them, thank you for flying the airplane. I really appreciate it. So they were like, oh, well, thank you. And I always think, of course, the flight attendants, because they're great. I took streams off until January. There, lost my sound. Isn't that great? Let me fix I'm in the spare bedroom. I'm in my Florida headquarters right now. Here we go. Yeah. Epiphany. Yeah. Let's see. Dadman Walking says, yeah, I got a long 27 hours planned next week for you to drop by. Oh, yes, please. If you have not subscribed to Dadman Walking, and go ahead and put the link to your chat in there. Yes, he is going to be doing a big old live stream, which hopefully I'll be able to be a part of. It just depends, because my time is not necessarily my own when I'm here. I'm doing a lot of work and caretaking, which is fine. I love it because it's in a great location. However, I sometimes don't even know to the last minute if I can be somewhere. Pacific 14 says, having worked in retail on different levels, I've seen the good and the bad that comes with it. Because I blame holiday. That's a good thing to blame. Dang, that's a lot to deal with. Yeah, the more I think about it, it's like, that sucked. Actually, the easiest thing was the surgery, because that's something tangible. Oh, some dude with a scalpel's going to cut into me. Yeah, I can touch that. I can feel that. I know there's going to be an end to it. But grieving a cat, and I know it's not the same as a human. I completely understand that. But I had that cat for 20 years, from a little baby kitten. She was too little to be adopted out, so I was fostering her, and then I was like, "Oh hell no. I'm not giving her back. She's mine." I was like, I don't care if I go to jail. I'm going to get that cat. Though of course they were very happy to let me have it. I think that they send cute kittens to people for that exact reason. So, 20 years. That's a long time to be with a cat. My little companion, my little baby. So that was hard losing her. And like I said, and seeing people that you love suffering. Luffy's God is here. You are from the future. I bet you it's cold. It's already Christmas Eve there. Stop by to say Merry Christmas. It's Christmas here. After all, we celebrate the 24th. Santa comes here first. Damn right. Well, I'm one of those that I start my celebration on December 24th as well. Today is the 23rd, is Festivus. We're airing our grievances. Technically in Advent, this is the last O antiphon. This is finally where we get to O Come Emmanuel. Pacific 14, when you hear that a customer appreciates the work you do, it lifts you up. Aw. Oh, thanks, Miss Martin Music. Oh, okay, you're welcome. Yeah, I dig that. Okay, I'm hoping to have my turtles for at least 30 years. Corey Cochran is here. Yeah, turtles live for a long time. Pacific 414 says, animal is much a part of our family as our parents and siblings. Yes, in many ways. and she was my little live teddy bear, and she just was old, and kidney failure is usually what gets cats. So, poor little thing. But she went to sleep while she was still herself and not in pain. Okay. Oh yeah. So doing the Dadman's ringing in 2025, all 38 time zones. Oh my gosh, 24 hours. You've got more energy than me. Everyone's saying hello. Thanks again, Teresa. I hope you can make it for a bit. I hope to be there. Corey Cochran said, my old cat is 26. Holy crap. But it looks like it may be his last year or two. Yeah. Yeah. Poor little thing. It happens. I mean, they go to the great beyond. It happens. Poor little thing. So, in any case, yeah. So, so that's another grievances. Cats should not die. They must live forever. Alrighty. So we're almost getting to midnight. So, all right, please. Well, that's an old cat. That's a damn old cat. Yeah. So please let me hear your grievances. So people that are rude, people that stand in front of you on the airplane before their thing is called, especially when I've paid a shit ton of money for that first class seat. Well, of course, I would have to have my grievances be with, oh my gosh, Rings of Power, House of the Dragon, War of the Rohirrim, just all this awful, awful stuff. Wheel of Time. If you had money and you had some of the greatest stories ever told, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to make it garbage. I'm going to change it. I'm going to improve it. Oh, that's another thing about with Tolkien too. People that try to use Tolkien for their little petty squabbles on X. It's like, oh, come on. Let the man rest in peace and respect him. If you respect him, respect his work. Oh, talk about another pet peeve. People are like, if Tolkien lived, he would love what we did with Rings of Power. Or this is how Rings of Power is actually true to Tolkien. Or, oh, this is actually how the Rohirrim is true to Tolkien. No, it is not. Oh, okay, Dadman Walking says, people that dump you when they find the next cool person are best thing around. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think we talked about that a little bit before. Yes, jerks. Absolute jerks. Definitely that's a grievance. And there is a lot of that around, isn't there? Absolutely. We miss our cats. Darn right. Corey, he's in my big lap judging me right now. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing that is kind of cool about not having my cat with me right now is the fact that he's not interfering. He's back at home with the cat sitter, and usually he tries to rip my headphones out of my ears or the microphone, but yay, this time he has not. Yes, amen. Yeah, we all have seen it, haven't we? Pacific 414. Darn right we have. They're narcissists and don't know it. Yeah, well, that's one of the things about narcissists. They're almost completely incurable because the way to cure it is to have self-awareness. And if you are incapable of having self-awareness, if you only see me, then how can you improve yourself? Yeah, narcissists are pains in the buttocks. Pure pains in the buttocks. Ronnie G's always saying good evening. Well, we all are saying good evening to each other. Please air your grievances, precious. Wait, what's here? Chat filter. Okay. Top messages. All right. Yeah, well, y'all are behaving yourselves. We haven't been able. I don't know what YouTube's doing to me. So that's definitely a grievance. Well, of course, we're not too upset with the way November 5th happened, or if people are sorry, but no, we're actually quite happy about that. Well, look, speaking of the future, I think it's actually Christmas Day over there. It is Oi Oi from Mr. Grant Gregory AI from the future. Yes. So if it is Christmas or at least December 25th, let me know. All right. Corey Cochran has a grievance. I hate drivers who pull out in a lane and they go like 10 miles per hour, turn at like 3 miles per hour. Damn right. And you know what the corollary to that is? Some asshole who speeds on the freeway and is like, everyone's slowing down. Why are they doing that? I'm going to keep going fast, and then nearly causes a wreck. Guess why we're slowed down? Because the traffic's slowing down. Or people that just zoom and move right up to you. So if anything happens with traffic, they cause a wreck. Or God forbid, kill people. Yeah. But yes, we do not like people that don't know how to drive. Oh, I'll add to that people that don't use turn signals. Oh, that pisses me off. Use your damn turn signal. You hear me? Not for another 8 hours. Oh, okay, so you're not quite in the future. I mean, you're in the future, but you're not completely whatever the hell it is. You're in Australia. You're 18 hours ahead of me, I think, depending on where you are in Australia. And don't dox yourself. Yes. So everyone, yes. Well, you know, my grievances. Oh, here's a grievance that Grant Gregory might relate to and many other people. George R. Martin, you are one big grievance to me. I am airing my grievance against you. Bullshit. 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 About why you're not finishing The Winds of Winter. You know how you finish a book? You feckin' write it. You having trouble? You still feckin' write it. You bring people to help you. You finish the damn books. Or STFU about it forever. You, sir, are my grievance. And I'm airing you out. Oh, wait. Actually, that has a total different connotation. I'm airing my grievance about you out, not the other one. Don't ask me how I learned that expression. Okay. Dadman Walking says, sorry, but in Florida, using the turn signal just tells people behind you to speed up. It always happens. I'm telling you. Wait. Just tells the people behind you to speed. Really? What the hell? You're pretty fired up tonight. Well, here's the problem. When you give yourself the right to air grievances, it like builds. It builds. But yes, George R. R. Martin, you're my big grievance. Finish The Winds of Winter and The Dream of Spring, or let somebody else finish it. You know what? If he wants to find a Sanderson, when I say a Sanderson, meaning the way Sanderson finished The Wheel of Time, do it. You know what I mean? Just do it. And I hope that if he does pass before it is time for him to finish the book, I hope that if he puts some stupid thing in his will, no one else is allowed to finish it, that his wife or next of kin or whoever's going to inherit all the money from him goes, oops, I didn't see that, and then does it anyways. Finish the damn books. Corey Cochran says, as someone who logs around 1.3 million miles, drives a lot of my grievances deal with driving. Yes. Oh, boy. Obnoxious. And I think the reason why it is really annoying about driving is people can die. I mean, if you're being careless or being a DICK, it's not just being annoying. Like, the thing on the airplanes is annoying. Again, the reason I'm so mad about the airplane situation is because it makes you later, it's like a self-fulfilling unprophecy. Wait, is that right? Self-fulfilling unprophecy. But you know what I'm saying. You think you're getting there faster by line jumping, but instead all that happens is you cause a problem because eventually people are going to tell you got to wait or you can't get to your seat or whatever it is. Deadman Wonky says, oh, I love this time. I think it's good to rampage instead of holding it in. Yeah, that's why we have this holiday. Every time I use it, turns into people speed up. Okay, I'm gonna see if that happens. The only time I'm planning to really go out over the next few days is for Mass tomorrow, Christmas Eve Mass. I'll see if people do that. You know, people tend to behave themselves in church parking lots. Maybe they don't want to go straight to the great beyond. I don't know. But I've also noticed that off-duty cops tend to be there to help, and that makes a huge difference. That's my other grievance. City where I live, why don't you get more traffic cops? Like, we have tons of construction. Traffic cops would solve a lot of problems. Bad drivers in general is one of my grievances. Yes, everyone hates bad drivers. But there needs to be a test, says Corey Crocker, to show you don't have your head up your rear end all the time. Yes, to drive. Yeah. I probably pissed someone off today. I thought I had pulled up far enough where the person could get around me because I had to check something on my phone and I got my food from McDonald's. I was getting it for my folks. And I pulled up. My dad wanted a McRib sandwich. Oh, here's a grievance. I'll get to that in a second. And I stopped. I thought he could get around me. I couldn't get to a parking place, but it turns out I didn't. He zoomed around me, but that was my fault. So mea culpa on that one. Just a second. I'm going to cough, so I'm going to mute myself. Here's my airing of grievance. I don't really give a crap about McRib sandwiches, but my dad likes them. McDonald's, if you don't have them, don't advertise them. I went through the friggin' drive-thru. Oh, McRib. Oh, we're out of McRibs. Oh, McRibs. Oh, we don't have them today. Then don't advertise them. Put them off the friggin' sign. It's become like my father's white whale from Moby Dick. It's more of a matter of principle now. You got to find the friggin' McRib sandwich. Dadman Walking says, oh, the worst time ever was getting out of Dolly's Dixie Stampede. After All About Peace, no one would let you get to the door. Oh, no. Nor let you back to get out of the parking lot. That's terrible. That was for a Christmas show. Oh, shame on them. Shame, shame, shame. Oh, it is midnight. It's Christmas Eve, but you know what? It's not midnight yet in Central Time. I'm on Eastern Time right now. So there we go. Okay, I'm going to set another goal. Thank you for helping me achieve my goal. Let me see. 30 minutes. Everyone gets a rose. Let's start this again. And it is a Festivus miracle, says Bone. Yes, please air your grievances. We are still airing our grievances. Dodman Walking says, I like the chicken Big Mac. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I have some airing grievances about some church stuff, but it'll be too niche. It'll be too niche. But listen, if we wanted to sit around and act like a bunch of hippies, I would go and hang out with a bunch of hippies. All right. That's, I guess, all I'll say about that. Hey, Bone. Everyone's saying hello. Bone says, I had a McRib a few days ago. It was good, but small, not worth the hype. Yeah. I don't care for them. My dad does. And the fact that they're out, and he says, I bet they're out for the rest of the year, and they're just not saying so. And I'm like, well, I'm, sorry. So we ended up having something else. My mother got a filet-o-fish. Well, she doesn't like the McRib sandwiches. And I made myself a quesadilla. But that's another story. What did we watch tonight? We watched Dexter. Dexter Original Sin. So far, it's okay. Not the best. So I guess I have a little grievance. I don't like the chick who plays Deborah. It's just, she doesn't work. Young Deborah doesn't work. If you do watch that. So let's see. What's another airing of grievance? And, well, I've been complaining forever about engagement bait, rage bait. So-and-so says this. What do you think? Or something that rhymes with Merle, who's always saying things, and everyone's like, I can't believe she said that. And I'm like, yeah, thank you for giving her the attention she ordered. And usually what they'll do is they'll go ahead and they'll say, oh, now that you're here, please subscribe to this. Or my checkbook, thank you. They even tell you that they're doing it on purpose. Quit falling for rage bait. Oh, we have here a $2 super chat from a man and then Theron. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He says, no grievance, just grace. Love you in the Lord. Oh my gosh, what a lovely, lovely message. And thank you for being here. Yeah, we were yapping on the Salty stream before I came on here. And I wasn't actually referring to you. Someone in the chat was having a little bit of a grievance with me. No, I had nothing wrong with any of that. But thank you so much. Thank you for your $2 super chat. And for that, you, sir, gets. Oh my gosh. You, sir, get a rose. And because I said everyone gets a rose, thank you all. It is Jacob, and he's giving me a rose. Jacob Ironside, go ahead, let it out. Air your grievances. Now, I think that I said earlier the ground rules, but if I didn't, I think it goes without saying, don't reveal anything personal or, don't be saying things on here that you shouldn't be saying. All right, keep it general. Keep it general. Corey Crocken, on here, someone who zones out easy and a lot should not be new. Oh, here's one. Oh, here is a grievance. Someone who zones out easy and a lot should not be near power tools. Oh, hell no. No precious. Well, like me, not that I zone out, but you don't want me near a power tool. I'm clumsy. I drop things all the time. And Corey Cochran says, here is a hot take. Season 5 of Dexter is the third best of the show. Only 1 to 2 is better. Oh, well, you know what? I didn't mind season 5. I heard that after season 4, everything went to hell. No, 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 no. I thought season 5 was really good. It was, frankly, season 7 for me when Hannah showed up, and that was just a weird story. And oh gosh, the whole thing about Deborah being Dexter. I liked season 4. Season 4 I thought was amazing. John Lithgow was amazing. Yes, everyone's saying hello to each other, but yeah. So some people might have a grievance with you, Corey Cochran, for saying that, but no, I understand. Julia Stiles, that was a very cool character. I liked that a lot. And it had the dude, gosh darn it, what's his name? But the British guy, but he was being an American who's in a lot of things. He was married to Angelina Jolie back in the day, one of her first husbands. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, Original Sin. We're watching it. We're enjoying Christian Slater and Patrick, the guy who's playing young Dexter. Verdict's still out, though. Verdict is still out. Corey Cochran says, I had a helper almost cut his hand off with a water saw. He was zoned out and did not see. I had to shove him away from. Oh my gosh, that is so scary. Yes. All right. So there's some grievances around here. Gosh, hopefully not too snobby. Yeah, I started off with a snobby one, but it was more about the principle of the matter. Principle of the matter. What's another? Oh, I'll get in trouble for this one. I'll just say this. If you can't hold your liquor, don't drink. I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. Well, because don't make a fool of yourself. Just don't. Just stay away from the alcohol in public if you can't handle it. I had a hell. Oh wait, we already had that. Jacob Arn says that people watch Disney Star Wars while playing on their smartphone, and they think it's good Star Wars. Oh gosh, yeah. Fan tourists. It's very annoying. But I can't get mad about it anymore. You can only stay outraged for so long, and then when you realize it's all futile, they're not going to change. Maybe a small airing of grievance, but I got to be careful with this, is maybe people aren't completely believing what they say, but it works with the algorithm. So there's been a lot of that around Disney Star Wars, and it's just unfortunate. Stupid NFL coach. Oh, this is a good one. Here we go. Dadman Walking says, stupid NFL coaches have infected the college football game with analytics and dumb decision making. Oh, well, there you go. I don't quite understand American football strategy, but I will hand that to you. I've heard my dad talking about some of similar things. Okay. All right. People at Disney Star Wars while playing on their smartphones, and they think it's good Star Wars. Understood. George Lucas is here. Uh-oh. He doesn't like it. Oh, hi. Yeah, we like George Lucas here at Miss Smart Muses. Corey Crocker says, night drinkers need to stay away from hard. Oh, light drinkers need to stay away from hard liquor and whiskey. Darn right. Alright, I'll just say it. Don't drink on streams. That's what I'm thinking about. Don't drink on streams. Even if you can hold your liquor, don't drink on a stream. Okay. But if you can't, oh, please don't. But yeah, you got to be careful with alcohol. I mean, it's cutting, baffling, and powerful. It can sneak up on you. Yeah, I know all about, I'm an expert on this crap. But if you do still drink, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't. I'll just leave it at that. Light. Yeah. Probably if you're a quote unquote light drinker, the best thing to do is stick with things like maybe get some gin and tonic, a little splash. I don't know. But just don't do shots and all that. Come on, we're not in college anymore. All right. I can tell your dad is a real smart guy. Oh dear. Well, I'll add that. Tattoos. Okay, I know it's a free country. You can do whatever you want, right? But I hate how athletes look with their tattoos. I think it's ugly. It doesn't look good. You see it on American football players, you see it on basketball, you see it on football, you see it. I mean, they just look awful. Awful. Don't like tattoos. And it seems like they can't even just start with one. It's got to be like all over their body. I think it's ugly. Admin Walking needs to head out early with our oldest in town. Yay! Well, thank you for being here. Thanks for the outlet. Yes, thank you. And everyone, please continue to air your grievances. Let's see. I think, well, I've already talked about drivers. No one likes bad drivers. I've talked about people that like to rile up people for no other reason than the sake of riling them up. And then you find yourself in this vicious circle of anger and frustration, and then maybe even leading to a little bit of depression because it doesn't go anywhere. Now, I don't begrudge people putting food on the table, but just be aware and quit falling for rage bait. Oh my gosh, it's always so obvious. Obvious. Well, money ruins everything, doesn't it? Corey Cochran says the sad part is they get the money to get good ones and it looks like they went cheap. I'm assuming you're talking about football? Yeah, hmm, I don't get that aspect of it. It does seem to me, though, that the amateur nature of college football is almost non-existent. It's like, when I saw was it Purdue? The facilities they have there is better than, I mean, it was something that you would expect with a professional football team. So much money just goes to sports, and meanwhile, you see other parts of universities that tend to go unfunded. You find the same thing, especially egregiously so, in high schools. Egregiously. I think that's the correct word. Sorry if I didn't get it correct. Oh, Tadman Walking says, oh, now you went tattoos. The damn kickers now have them, and the quarterbacks with the whole arm. Ugh, I absolutely agree with you. That was a repressed memory. Yes. Well, like I said, knock yourself out in your own life, right? But hey, I got to sit there and look at it. And maybe it means something to you, but to me, it just looks UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You are ugly. It bugs me, says Corey Cochran. When someone says they like a music or show, but really don't stop lie to me. If you think it sucks, tell me. LOL. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and just be honest. I was really, 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 and I'll say one more, really annoyed with Cynthia Erivo. I think the actress is, how do I say this nicely? You can't really quite say it nicely. I'm not impressed with the actress. But I went and saw the movie and she was amazing. And I'm like, damn it. But you got to give credit where credit's due. Just because she's a weirdo in real life or very self centered, like the way a lot of Broadway diva types can be. I guess maybe we didn't know about that kind of stuff before. Maybe we'd see him like an Entertainment Tonight, but not the way we do now. But she was good. Gotta say it, she was good. Credit where credit is due. Oh wait, we say that. I don't know if that's quite exactly what you were talking about, but that just brought that up to me. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, a little bit of philosophy. When people know something will not be so, like you can't change things, right? There's certain things you cannot change, but they act like they can change it. That's a little too abstract. Maybe I'm not making sense there, but you know what I mean? And so all they do is end up being angry and bitter. Accept things the way they are, not what you want them to be. The happiest person, like Dumbledore said in the Harry Potter, is someone that looks in the mirror, Vera said, and sees them selves exactly as they appear. That's exactly how you would look. Don't live on dreams. Madame Bovary was a good book about that. Very French. Let's see, what's another grievance? I don't know. For some reason, nothing enrages me more than bad behavior in airplanes and bad driving. Those things just really get me mad. Ah, hypocrisy. Such as people that demand, I tell you, you're going to tolerate me. You're going to tolerate this. You're going to tolerate that because tolerance is a good thing. It's like, okay, why don't you tolerate me? Oh, hell no. We must shun you. We must destroy you. When tolerance is a one-way street, it's not tolerance, it's tyranny. Gosh, that pisses me off. Yep, says Corey Cochran. I hope it's good, but stop, live off of it. Hope is good, rather. Corey Cochran says, hope is good, but stop, live off of it. I'm thinking maybe it's not typed quite correctly there, but I think I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have hope, but don't be stupid. Sometimes I think some hero stories, they could give people the wrong idea. Like when sometimes someone says, "Hey, you're just not suited to this." It might just be you're not suited to it. Yeah, no one likes hypocrisy. Even Jesus, my goodness, man, he really let him have it. You know, he did not like hypocrites. No one likes a hypocrite. That's the other thing. Here's a grievance: assholes. Assholes are my grievance. No one likes an asshole. Like, you could be completely right, but I will not tolerate, endorse, support, or whatever you because you're an asshole. No one likes an asshole. And that's what goes a little bit with some of these divas that you'll find in ballet or opera or things. No one will really like you. And the vast majority of people will not be successful if you're an asshole. Even in show business. Most people can't get away with being weirdos. You got to be a team player. You got to work with people. You're not that special. No one is that special. Assholes. And you all know what an asshole is. There's degrees. I've talked about the difference between being rude, the difference between schadenfreude, the difference between karma and being an asshole or being cruel or being unkind. Seems like a lack of discernment. That's it. Yeah, there's a grievance. People that don't use their discernment, people that don't use prudence, or people that won't listen. No one is perfect. Everyone can improve. Corey Cochran says, someone who keeps pushing false hope that a thing or show will get better when everyone knows it won't. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Well, and that's part of my grievance. They know it so. But let's just pretend you're minding your own business and you do something very sincere. You make this very sincere video. And what? You get 200 views. You do that whole false hope thing and you get 100,000 views. Which you think people are going to choose. It is very, very tempting. Very tempting. To just keep pushing the false hope. There does, though, come a time where the consumers, though, need to put their foot down. And when I say put the foot down, just walk away. Because no one's going to listen. See, that's the other thing I figured out. It's like, why do y'all keep doing this if you know it's not true? It's like, oh, money. That's why arguing with people on social media is worthless. Because no one wants their mind changed. They just want to engage you. If they engage you, if they get you to reply, then they've won. Most people don't even believe what they say. Everybody lies. That's what House says. And I felt like it wasn't good for my soul to engage in that stuff because I finally figured out how futile it all was. Keep in mind, fake fights. Fake fights are good for people. For engagement and all that. Yeah. So that's another grievance of mine. But be careful. Don't fall for it. Just ask yourself what's good for your soul. And do it. If you find something that is bad for your soul or that disrupts your peace, then shun it. Get away from it. Look after yourselves. All right. Okay, we're coming up on the hour and it's getting awfully late or early, rather. So keep airing some of your grievances. I'm going to, well, pretty much, I think I don't have much more to bitch about because my bitchiness is very, very petty and surface level because the real important things, I don't know, they just seem to all fall into place, don't they? But your carelessness and your rudeness, not you, people that cut in line or are rude to the wait staff or any of that, that's just dick moves. Be a bigger person. They're just trying to make their way through the day. Bullying, maybe that's what is my grievance there. All right, what does Corey says? You can, oh wait, sorry, Jacob Ironside says, you can tell the difference between people who want to pick a fight and people actually want to have a civil conversation. That's right. Amen. And when you recognize it, use it. Use your knowledge. And walk away. You're not being a wimp or something if you walk away, because no one is entitled to your time, especially on social media. Corey Congan says, I only argue with someone I know or out of spite. Yeah. Well, and I guess it's also the motivation. If you're actually engaging, thinking you're going to change someone, you're just bound to be disappointed and frustrated and unhappy because they're not motivated to change. They're motivated just to mess with you. Let's see. I think that's it. I think that I've aired my grievances. I don't know if that makes me a good person or a bad person. That I guess there's not too many things that actually piss me off. Maybe it's I'm getting mellow in my old age. Alrighty, so last call for any airing of grievances that you can safely say. I can think of a few things, but I do tend to keep my grievances as blind items or generalization because it's not fair to talk about specific people or maybe even some specific situations if they are not here to defend themselves unless you're truly talking about a public person like for example Cynthia Erivo. She doesn't give a crap what I'm saying right now. It is Sean Sue. Hello. Hello. Dang, I just got here. Okay. Well, you know what? I did do a last call for airing grievances. So please, please, sir, air your grievance. Let us hear it. Let us hear it. We talked about cars. We talked about coaches. I would say referees as well. Oh, okay. Here's a petty one, but it's actually serious when you think about the money involved. People that show up at the blackjack table that don't know how to play and mess up the hand for everybody. Gosh, that's annoying. Gonna sit down at the blackjack table, know what the hell you're doing. Of course, now I can't think of anything. Well, maybe that makes you a happy person because you cannot think of something. Let me see what else. Gosh, people are still. Well, I guess all the people in the future are just now waking up because we did have a Norwegian papa in and say hello. And let me see. I guess bad people that do bad adaptations. I think I said that before. Gosh, was it this year or was it the year before where they did that horrendous adaptation of Persuasion? Oh, boy, was that horrible. And how could you do that to Jane Austen? Everyone's saying hello. Okay, Corey Cochran said, if someone is being a real ass, I will argue with someone until the cows come home and then go to bed that the sky is green. If that's what takes them to drive up a wall, I can be a little petty sometimes. Yeah. Well, I've heard someone describe it like that too. They said, hey, sometimes I just need to piss on people. And as long as it doesn't go too far, I think that's fine. Like on social media. And as long as you're not taking it seriously and you can tell that the other person is not, well, that's fine. But just be aware that you don't know how sane the person is or if they're unhinged. So just, be careful there. You don't want to draw a freak because, man, there are some weirdos out there. But yeah, I've seen people do that. And maybe it's a little bit of masculine energy. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I love men. Trust me, I love men. But just feel like doing a little bit of trolling and stuff. And as long as both sides know the rules of the game, and most people, I should say most, that I've seen around our circles know the difference. And if they do stumble into a situation of where, oh, okay, this is an unequal situation, they'll back off. It's the people that keep engaging when they know they are in an unequal situation that are crappy people. And yes, I will air my grievance against you. All right. I guess I should add to that are people that put up stories that are like from 15 years ago and everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. We need to call the cops and all that. And people are like, oh my gosh, that video that you just saw is from 15 years ago. It's not even relevant. All right. Well, technically, where I am, it is Christmas Eve, but where I usually live, it is not Christmas Eve. So it is still Festivus if you live in Central Time. So you still have, I'll give you 2 more minutes to air any grievances. Corey Crocken says, it bugs me when you go to a movie and someone on the phone talking loudly the whole time. Darn right. Yeah. They've started cracking down on that in some cinemas, but I honestly feel badly for the workers at the movie theater because they can't they can't control the people, and you don't know if they're gonna be psycho. So I do feel for that. But yeah, it's like if you wanna talk while you're watching a movie, stay home because the other people are paying money for their seats and their tickets. Chauncey says, "Oh, I want to second that one. Even just the light from the phone in the row or two in front of me. Yes, yes. That's why texting is also really a pain in the buttocks at airports or airports on at cinemas. All right. I'm getting tired. This is what happens. I've been told that when I get tired, I start to slow down. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I want to say thank you, everyone who came tonight. Sean Sue, Corey Cochran, you gave me lots of grievances. Thank you, Jacob Ironside. Thank you for airing your grievances. DJ Ronnie G. We had Dadman Walking. I had Bone. We had some super chats from the man Mantherin. I hope I said that right. And we also had a super chat. I believe it was from the Nordporeal life form. Thank you for that. Pacific 414. Please, everyone, go and sub to them. We had Real Wad Nation Gaming. We had who else? Lorenzo Sleestack. Fletcher Williams was here, and many others. Oh, yes, it was for a $10 super chat from the Nordporeal life form. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day and be certain. Jacob says, I got a lot of problems with you people, and now you're going to hear about it. Darn right you are. Thank you, and happy Festivus, everyone. Happy Festivus for the rest of us, and happy the end of the O antiphons. Tonight is O Come Emmanuel. So, O Come Emmanuel, and then, yay, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Not a great day. Oh, wait, have a great day, rather, says Corey Cochran, and a good Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Indeed. So it will be Christmas Eve, and may you and yours have a Merry Christmas. And if not, well, have a Merry Christmas anyways. Thank you, Sean Sue. Merry Christmas. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day, and be certain to not let the bastards get you down, or bastards, rather. I can't.